until they reach 6,000, and then they go up to 25%. They're at 25% until they reach 10,000, and then they go up to 30%. 30% is the highest weekly incentive that a rep can receive here. However, they're pretty happy at 30%. 30% of a $250 order is $75 for that appointment. Some doctors don't make that kind of money. And so our representative like David, you just heard David's career sales are at 17,000, so he's over 30. He's at 30%. So if David does 15 appointments for the week and has 10 sales, he'll make anywhere between $750 to $1,000 for the week, depending on what those sales are. So, would you say we give our reps a pretty good reason to try?
Yeah.
Okay. And as far as it goes, who determines how fast the reps move up that chart?
The rep.
Yeah, it's up to my reps. And obviously the reps who take the job seriously and who are really learning the presentation, doing a good job with their customers, working on payment plans for people. Obviously we want to compensate them for doing a good job with our clients. And not only that, but obviously the reps who do more work. A rep who does 30 appointments a week is going to make more sales than someone who does 10. And so those are the things we want to give incentive for. A lot of work and good work. We don't mind paying for those two things. Now, the last thing I'll say about the pay is the reps don't get paid after every single appointment. It's not like they come in here, hey, I just did one, $50, I need to do another one. So we don't pay them that way. We pay them weekly. So each week, what the reps do is they turn in what's called a presentation report. And they have as many as they need for that week. So this is Lydia. So the presentation report's pretty simple. They put the date and the time they did the appointment, some general information about the person they saw. HWS stands for husband, wife, or single person. Recommendations is how many recommendations Lydia got from those people. CPO, that's our term for sales. So like these people bought $453, these people bought $315, these people didn't buy anything, so on and so forth. And then we have the person sign it, so that way we know that Lydia actually did those appointments. So we take that sheet at the end of the week, and that's how we figure out their pattern. So the first thing we'll do is we'll figure out the base pay. Base pay is a simple equation. We just add up all the appointments and times it by 15. So just to make math simple, let's just say it's 10. So if Lydia had done 10 appointments, we would times that by the $15, and her guaranteed base pay would be $150 for the week. And that's how much she would get no matter what. Now obviously on these 10 appointments though, she's going to have a couple of sales. And so what we would do to figure out her incentive side is we add up this column, all of the sales that they had. That would give us our total sales for the week. Just to make up a number, let's just say she sold $1,000. 4 sales at $250. And then we times it by whatever percentage that she was at. Let's say Lydia just started and was at 10%. So her incentive for that week would be $100. So for this particular week, Lydia would get a check from our company for $150 because her base pay was higher than her incentive pay for that particular week. Again, it's either or, whichever is more. Now, if Lydia had done better, and let's say instead of 4 sales at $250, maybe she had 8 sales at $250. That would mean she would sell $2,000 per week. 10% of $2,000 is $200. So if that was the scenario, well then she would get a check for $200 instead of the $150. So again, it's either or, whichever is more. I think I can make it simple. I do want to make something extremely clear. It is not 150 plus 200. You pay well, not that well. So the base pay allows our representatives to sit down at the beginning of the week, make a schedule, say, look, I got my clients to call. As long as I do my work, here's how much money I'll have at the end of the week, no matter what. And they can always figure out and budget their money that way. However, the incentive program allows them to say, hey, look, I got these 10, 15, 20 appointments, 30 appointments set up. If I do a really good job, I can potentially make a lot more than just that, $15 for each appointment that I'm doing. That's okay. I will say this about the pay. I used to play football. I'm not good at math. I didn't understand the incentive program for like the first 3 weeks I worked there. All I understood is every time I did an appointment, they gave me $11. That was my pay rate. And every once in a while, my check was bigger. I was like, oh, cool. Never complained about bigger check. so that's how it goes. And then somebody explained it to me. Training. Obviously, we have to train our people before they do any appointments. As far as training goes, our training is broken up into 3 different parts. The first part is a 2-session classroom training. And during the classroom training, we do a lot of role playing. We give our reps a basic outline of the presentation. We let them practice it a lot in their training program so they can get the hang of what they're doing and get their timing down and what to say. By the way, how long do you think it takes people to learn the presentation I just taught you? Or show you? Yeah, it's not that hard. And even if they can't figure it out, all they gotta do is cut the rope and smile. It's pretty much all they gotta do. So as far as that goes, now the training, we do spend about half the training talking about products so the reps know what they're talking about. The other half of the training, what we teach is all the other skills they need to do well here. For example, we teach them time management skills, how to make a schedule, stick to a schedule. We teach them phone etiquette, how to talk to people on the phone properly, how to set up appointments and put them into the proper times. We teach them how to network themselves, how to ask for recommendations, how to get recommendations, how to qualify those recommendations, how to have the right questions there. We also then teach them, how to talk about money, how to talk to someone who wants to spend $3,000, how to talk to someone who wants to spend $30, and, how to present a payment plan properly to a client, and all those types of things. And just how to build rapport and how to make people feel comfortable and all that type of stuff. And by the way, do you think these types of skills might help someone, even if they didn't stay with our company long term? Yeah, and so that's how it goes. Yusra is she's number 4 in our office for the year already, and she wants to be a lawyer. She's like, this is helping me out tremendously. She's taking her LSAT classes and stuff. And so, anybody, somebody who's a lawyer, they can't just be good at law. They have to convince somebody else to let them be their lawyer. And that's, it's a sale, and that's a presentation. So, because of I can't really explain our training program in like 20 seconds here, but to kind of give you an understanding of the quality of the training that we offer in those 2 short days, there currently are 7 different college professors that are using our training program as part of their curriculum at their different schools. And I'm sure you've heard of some of the schools, one at LSU, University, Boston College, University of Texas, USC out in California. And these professors picked up our training program because we have a lot of students that work here, and a lot of our business students use this as internships. And these larger schools, they kept having students ask, for internships all the time. And finally, they said, well, what's this company doing? And they came, watched our training program. And these particular professors not only watched and approved, but they said, what, we're making this mandatory. All of our students are going to have to do this and go through the training and work with the company. So we kind of feel like Purdue and Boston College are using our training. We're doing something right. That's kind of how we see it. So because of the quality of the training that we give our representatives, and because of the fact that we do give them all the supplies to do their job, we don't pay for these initial 2 half days that they're here. However, the second part of training we do pay for. This is what's called the paid practice appointments. And over the next 2 days, our reps will typically do anywhere between 4 to 10 practice appointments. Now, they can practice with whoever they want, but who do you think they typically choose to do like their first couple ones? Usually a family member or friends, parents, or something like that. Why do you think they choose those people first?
More comfortable.
Yeah, just comfort level. I did my first one for my dad. My dad's that wasn't a good choice. My dad's not the nicest person in the world. And he asked me all kinds of weird questions. He's like, what kind of steel's this? I'm like, Dad, it's my first one. I don't know. Chinese steel? And I can say that because it was my dad. But now, even though my dad gave me a hard time the entire time, he did, at the end, he really did like the products. And he did refer me to 6 other people. Now, one of the people that my dad referred me to was my aunt, and I didn't need that referral. I was going to call her anyway. So that was one I didn't need. But the other 5 people that he referred me to were people from a school. It's an elementary school gym teacher. And he's like, oh, these people are bringing food in. They probably like this stuff. Now, I didn't know these other 5 people. They were strangers. But do you think I felt comfortable seeing them after my dad just referred me to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were strangers. They weren't strange. It was only my dad. And then when I got done with my practice, I saw my aunt. She gave me a couple recommendations, and all these people at the school, they referred me to some of their friends and family, and I got some other people from the school from them, and then all these other people to see. And I didn't know any of these people either, but all these people were a friend of someone who knew my dad. And so as time went on, I probably did maybe anywhere between 8 to 10 people that I actually knew. But I've done over 300 appointments as a rep. But I always felt comfortable with every single person that I saw because I knew they were a friend of someone who was a neighbor of someone who worked with someone who knew my dad. Talked to him like that. In some version of that. So reps feel very comfortable. So some reps just do a couple of practice appointments and they dive into recommendations right away. Some of our reps are like, look, I have a huge family. I know a lot of people. If you're going to pay me to hang out with people I hang out with anyway, why wouldn't I? So to our company, we don't care. Somebody that our reps know, somebody our reps that our reps don't know. To us, it's just another customer, potential customer. So they can, when they feel comfortable, they move into recommendations. The last part of training is advanced training. Advanced training takes about 2.5 hours. And during advanced training, we say, well, how did it go? And at this point, usually the reps are